Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial today using the MAC Dazzleshadow Extreme eyeshadow in Discotheque, which is a silver. These are $5 at the cosmetic company store, so don't go to Ulta and pay $26. You can get this for $5 at the cosmetic company store. They have loads of things to pick from. You can buy them in the Pro Pan form like I just showed you that goes in a palette, or you can buy them in the pot, whichever you want. So $5, yeah. I wanted to mention also that I've been doing a lot of videos on here and on Instagram of these backflow incense burners that I've been buying. I've bought 3 of them from 3 different stores in the last week. This is the one from Spencer's, and they have loads of incense at Spencer's too. So today I'm gonna use the brand Burnt Offerings in the scent Wicked Kiss, and this is apple and cinnamon. And I just thought I would mention about this because you may not have seen those videos. So if you want to see what this is all about, the smoke trickles down to the bottom and it's like a waterfall effect. It's really cool. I have short videos on here on YouTube and on my Instagram page because you won't be able to see the effect from way back there. Okay, so I just figured I would mention that. Now, if you haven't seen any of my makeup tutorials before, I already have on like my base products, and then I just start with whatever I'm using for an eyeshadow primer. Now, I'm going to be using a different primer today. This is the Hard Candy Eye-Def eyeshadow marker. It's a matte gray and it's called Stoned. And this isn't really an eyeshadow primer, but it could be used as one because it sets up nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sephora 57 brush, which is a concealer brush, and I'm going to put this, on my lid, and then I'm going to go into the outer corner and crease. And then I'm just going to blend it a little bit. But this gray is going to be the perfect base for that eyeshadow. So that should work out nicely. Okay, now I like to just do one eye at a time so that the video isn't crazy long. And if you're not familiar with these eyeshadows from MAC, it's like liquid metal on your eyes. I like silver, and I don't see a lot of people doing silver eyeshadow tutorials. As a matter of fact, this is the only video as of today on YouTube of a makeup tutorial using this eyeshadow. Now, the way these real shimmery eyeshadows, the way I like to do them is just with my finger. So see what I mean? It's liquid metal. So the effect is really something. Dazzleshadow Extreme. Yes, indeed, it certainly is. Okay, now I'm not going all the way to the end because I do want to add something to this so that it's not just the silver and gray. But look at that effect, isn't that something? That's what it looks like if you wanted to blend it out and you didn't want the full effect. Now, I'm going to add a couple other things. I bought this Sephora mini mix palette recently. I showed you in my Sephora haul. And this is Ethereal Lilac. And I thought that this purple shade right here would look pretty in conjunction with this. So I'm going to use a clean blending brush now, and I'm going to go into that purple shade, and we are going to put that as my brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight, because purple and silver usually look really pretty together. And I'm actually going to blend it down into like the inner part of my crease area and then blend it right up into the brow bone. And we're not going to stop there. We're also going to add another shadow. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked palette, and we're going to go into Creep, which is a shimmery black color. And because there's sparkle here with the Dazzleshadow, I figured that way they won't fight each other. I'm going to take the Urban Decay brush that comes with this palette, and I'm going to dip it into that black. And we're going to put some of that right in the outer part of this, of the lid and the crease. And just going in a little bit at a time, because this is a very, very intense black. So you don't want to use too much at one time, because then you won't be able to blend it. So I'm just barely tapping this right in that area there. I didn't get enough of my base product on because it doesn't want to cling to that spot. I do that all the time. I try so hard to remember to put, more of my base color in that corner, and I always forget to do that. You would think after doing this all this many years, been on YouTube for 16 years now, if you can believe it. I have literally thousands of videos on here. All right, it's finally blending into that spot. Yeah, I've got to concentrate more product there. Okay, good. Now I'm going to take a small pencil brush and dip that into Creep. And just drag a little bit of that along the lower lash line. Now, did you see how when I touched that outer part, it immediately deposited like a super dark amount? So just be careful how much of this you pick up initially. But you can drag it right back into that corner to disperse some of it. Okay, now I'm going to take my Revlon Color Stay Multiplayer Liquid Glide Eye Pencil in 401 Checkmate. And I'm going to do the waterline. I'm going to curl my lashes with my Dollar Tree eyelash curler. I just think it's so funny, you know, because I'm using MAC and Urban Decay, and then I'm using a Dollar Tree eyelash curler. I like to buy things at all different price points. Essence, Lash Princess False Lash Effect, Waterproof Mascara. Okay, so one eye is done, and I'm gonna shut off the camera, do the other eye, and then we are going to do the lips. Okay, so I'm back. I did the other eye. I took my hair down, popped on some earrings, and now we're gonna do the lips. So does anybody remember the collab that Jennifer Coolidge, the actress, did with e.l.f., where she released a lip kit? It was called Dirty Pillows, and it was a lip liner and a lipstick. Well, I don't have the lipstick anymore because that was over a year ago, but I do still have the lip liner because as long as you keep sharpening your lip liners, you know, you can still keep them for more than a year. So the lip liner from that collab is so great. And a lot of people were asking e.l.f. to please make the lip liner permanent, but of course they're not going to do that. So if you want a close facsimile to this, because this isn't available anymore, NYX has a lip pencil. I couldn't remember the name of it. I had to look it up. It's called Global Citizen, and that's supposed to be pretty close to this. When I get a chance, I'm going to pick that up and see if it's a dupe or not. But for now, just going to use what I have. So let's try using this lip liner. And I'm going to fill my lips in with this. But isn't that a great nude shade? I mean, it's kind of on the lighter side, on the cooler side. And yeah, I like this a lot. But I'm going to check out that next one and test it out for you guys and let you know if it is a dupe. So for our lipstick, I figured it would be appropriate to use a MAC lipstick since I'm talking about or featuring this MAC eyeshadow. And I'm going to use Alone Time, which is a, I couldn't read the print. It's a luster glass. I've been using a lot of my MAC luster glass lipsticks lately. So if you're not familiar with this, it's pretty crazy, the color. That is the color. It's like a taupe, actually. Um, yeah, I would describe that as a cool toned taupe. So we're going to use this. But of course, once you put it on, it's going to merge with your lip color. But I thought that would be a good accompaniment to the silver and black and gray eye look. I've been doing nude lips so much lately, and I've been playing around with all different shades. And so that is my MAC Discotheque Dazzleshadow Extreme makeup tutorial. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and you know what to do. Bye, guys.